it is a beautiful day outside. So what better time than to make a video inside about paper journaling. Okay, so it's Sunday, March 4th. Like, March 4th, really? 2018, 12:26 p.m. And I'm a bit messy, got my coffee, was listening to music. Leon, oh God, I can't wait till the next album. I know there's one coming soon. You get like a hint that something must be coming from his fantastic. If you're on Instagram, follow his Instagram stories. I love his stories. Okay, so we're going here because yesterday I was on the floor. No, just laying on the floor as one does. I was sitting here. I was actually, I'm gonna admit this, don't be mad at me. I was watching PewDiePie's latest book. Yes, I'm gonna say it. His book review. Like he was talking about the books he read the past month or whatever. I'm telling you, it's the second video I've seen of that. I did not know that PewDiePie, at the heart of him, was a booktuber. And I know there's a lot of stuff to say about him. We're all learning and growing, but I'm telling you, he's reading some really good books. And I don't need to promote like the biggest YouTuber that is controversial, and it's not like you haven't heard of him. But I'm telling you, if you check out his book stuff, it's really interesting. It's like you're seeing somebody grow up. Anyway, this is paper journal number 41, and this is a very messy. My shelves are very. This is my book nook. Okay, as I back away, this is my book nook. This is different than having a book room like I did it where I lived before. Oh, look how blue the water is. Okay. Staying inside though, because it sounds like spring out there, but I don't feel like it. It does not feel like it. Sorry to be. Okay, so that's tipware. Just taking up space there. I just don't know where to move it right now. I'm finished this. It's taking me 2 minutes to tell you guys that. Finished this the other day. And I was going to make a video. And then husband had the day off that next day. And I don't know. It's just. Oh, my list. Anyway. I was going to pick out the next journals to write. These are my blanks tucked away in here. Some of these are journals that I'll use. Some of these I'm going to keep for school and stuff. Like these I'm keeping for school. I have one in a binder. And, there is some large size and whatnot. And some that I'm too nervous to use. And that beautiful River Song Blue Doctor Who journal. It's gorgeous, and it's one of those things that I just gotta be writing, because I'm gonna be scared to use that. This is one I thought I would use next. And this was one I thought I might use next. But after using the other one, this one's smaller, or about the same. They're the same size. Look what I did to that one. I don't want to do that again. And so I was having difficulty trying to figure out. I was gonna stay with smaller journals for a bit. Ended up picking this one, and I put it down there. It was here. There's a dog in the hallway. There's a smudge listening. People listening. Okay. This is the one I'm going to use next. So, we're not going to wait to the end of the video. You've already waited 4 minutes to get here. This is my next journal. This will be journal number 42. It also has a thingy, which seems to be holding up better than this one did. This one, even with how this one is, how it's packed, it's like, it's not, I'm just not even gonna. Can somebody tell me in the comments below what did this? Because I didn't even touch the journal to do that. So tell me if you know. So this will be the new one. I haven't bought any journals in a long time. So these are from before, but I'm pretty sure I got this one probably at the bookstore that was in the Elgin Mall in St. Thomas. That's where I would have bought this one. And this is what it's called. Is anything in focus? I haven't used this for vlogging in a long time. Dream Big Studio O. I have used one of these before when I did the I'd show you, but it's like way back in it. God, I look really messy from that. Anyway, this is it. I think this will be nice. And the reason why I'm picking this size as well, oh look, oh look. Well, would you look at that? That's nice. That means that I'll write this journal belongs to blah 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 on this page. Okay. I see though that problem in that these pages could probably fall out, but what I like about it is that I will be able to put in things like this size, or like some of my letter mail, whereas in the small one I can put the letter mail, which gave me an excuse not to reply to letter mail, but I'm gonna use this. So welcome to paper journal number 42. I think I just had an inside hiccup burp. Okay, there you go. I like it. I think it's nice. I think it's a good size. It's not too big. This is a size variation of it. From this one. They're both still relatively small journals. Because if you compare this to, let's say, the student organizer size, which I'm using as a mouse pad right now, sorry. That's, you know, it's smaller than that. So I like the size actually. It feels good. It feels like I guess just slightly bigger than a paperback novel, right? And it's hardcover, but I think this will be nice. I think this will be nice. And I think you should dream. You should put your dreams into action, but like, look what can happen when you dream. Hard enough. Look, you can have an unfocused thing. So here's the flip through if you stayed with me. This is one, just to go over this journal again. This is the journal that I got when I was in Dublin. One of the journals when I went on a book spree. I'm making all these like... I didn't even brush my hair or anything, and I'm in my nightgown and whatnot. This isn't a fancy channel. There's glue marks on the glass. Because that's something I did with this, is that I didn't know I'd become a newspaper paster again for this. But it's kind of fun. I'm not sure where I'll put this. All my journals are in order so far, but I need to reorganize some shelves anyway, so I'll probably tuck it back into the poetry shelf, which would be weird because I like to keep all my journals and diaries together. I don't know, I have to think about this. So let's look in. First of all, these doors are beautiful, and like I said before, I got to see them in some in real life. I didn't get to see as much as things I wanted to see when I was in Ireland, but I still, you know, had a couple experiences that were okay. We didn't have enough time there, my husband and I. But look at that. This is how this journal is. Okay, so I'm gonna do a flip through. And if you see some things that you shouldn't, just mind your business. No, okay. So Picture Press. Sorry about the focus. I probably won't even be able to hold this camera that long. You can see why people would set up a tripod or whatever. So, paper journal number 41. During this journal, I changed my screen name on my Twitter and Instagram from Goldmorn, which you can still find me online through, to Amber Dawn Pullen, because that's my name. And then I usually put at the top of my, whatever page I have that is for, usually the beginning of the journal, I put journal number, so this was journal number 41, first entry, which was, oh my gosh, I'm already tired, it's 10 minutes, I've been doing this for 10 minutes. So this started Monday, January 15th, 2018, and it went until, oh my gosh, Saturday, March 3rd, 2018. So see, I started doing some, when I did start doing some taping, this is a vinyl, it's a paste of a vinyl from a magazine. So I started to have a little more fun. See, and I guess this is what they would consider page 1, but it wasn't lined. So I start page 1 over here, because this ended up with 174 pages, so I'm guessing it was a 175 page journal. Does it say? It says 176. It must be counting these, like 5, 6. Maybe that's what it did. But like, I can't count this. It's beautiful doors, but I'm not going to do anything over that. Anyway, so let's get started. Isn't that what everybody says in vlogs all the time? Vlogs. Video logs. So I really like this. That's Union Station in Toronto. They've renovated it. I haven't seen it. This is where I just started getting all like pasty and Canada bought more vinyl than ever in 2017. Not me, because didn't have the money. And then here I shared some Lana Del Rey. She performed in Toronto. Didn't get to see it, but I really liked getting to include a clipping of her. I do like her sound. And then here is like about fallout shelters and nuclear radiation and stuff. Yay, that we're at that point again in history where we're thinking about that. And then this, I think, is in... Bless you, bless you, bless you, kitty. Bless you. Are you done? Are you done? Aww. So, this is also, like, yeah. So, I think a lot of people around my age range would have something like this if they included stuff about. And then this is 1/3 worry over paying bills. This is not surprising at all. Prices and costs of living up, wages low, rent expense high, etc. Like, so this is how I wrote. I decided to print in this journal instead, and I like it. I want to keep printing again. I just find it better. I found this interesting. We need more than a minimum wage, more than a living wage, thriving wage for all. That's what I said here. And then this is where I think this was really cool. This is from the Distillery District Toronto Light Fest, and I got to go to it and walk around with my husband the one time. Its last day is today, and last night would have been like good last night to go. But here I hope to go, and I did. And I took pictures, and they're on my Instagram and my Flickr, and this was some more. But this is why I wanted to go back again, but I didn't get to go. I didn't go exploring down that. There was stuff we missed out. That's why I wanted to go again, but yesterday was sort of a... And then this is me being artsy. There hasn't been less Netflix. If anything, there's more streaming services. And this Night of Ideas thing, I never went to it, but it really intrigued me. Think of it, thinking through the night with artists, writers, philosophers, historians, neuroscientists, and other restless minds. Hello, that's my life. Sign me up. And then I did this really cool thing. Look at me. I don't consider myself artsy or collagey, but this was fun. I think you can tell that I love Toronto. I mean, anyway, so there's more of this, and then this is about the another rent strike in my area. because the landlords are hiking up the rent without, like, without repairing, doing repairs. And then we have another thing going on with people, landlords saying that they have a relative moving in, and there's like a high number of that just taking advantage just because they want to hike the rent up by hundreds of or $1,000. I mean, this is from the Poetry Foundation magazine, and I said, I miss writing poems and feeling like I could. And I include an excerpt of Leonard Cohen. And then here about the about the doomsday clock. It went ahead 30 seconds. It's now only 2 seconds to midnight. This was back at the end of January. I said, this wasn't that surprising. Time is limited for us all, but to see how we as a species are messing things up so badly for other species and future generations, I am so disappointed in humans. Anyway, then it's just me writing and writing every now and then. You know what, you guys who are journalers who have been vlogging your journal stuff, you guys have helped me journal a lot more. Not because of me taking content from you or writing what you're saying, but for me, I like how I wrote gross. I wrote gross across his face. That's all I'll say politically about that. And that's not about his appearance. I've shown this page already. First aid kit. Love it. They were in Toronto. Didn't get to see it. Don't have the money to do anything like that. But I really liked that I was able to that I just happened to get that that Now magazine issue that had this clipping, because I love it. I love it. I love the recent album. Husband uses self-checkout, and he used change. I kept track of all the times and stuff. Just bought some tofu. So yeah, if you don't have children, you don't pass your DNA on tomorrow from the genetics. Those are just random thoughts. So this is another art installation that was along the waterfront. I did not get to see it, and it looked really cool. I wish they'd had it on for longer. And this here is a Toronto map. And I thought it was beautiful. A lot of this stuff I don't want to... It's hard to do. I feel like my hand's going down. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This is me just talking. I said, no, we aren't in a poly relationship, though I've mentioned it before. And this is about a film. I said, I'm not sure I'll remember to see this film, but I like the thoughts in this piece. Yeah, I thought that there was some thoughts expressed in this piece that I could relate to or thought were insightful. And then this is artsy, eh? This is what's next. Look at that page. I don't know. You find random things. And when do you know a relationship is truly over? Don't look at it, Amber Dawn. Cloverfield Paradox. I watched that a couple times. So there you go. It was on Netflix. And then this is a big, huge shelter insecurity. Like I said, I think this is only going to get worse until, it's just going to get worse. It's just going to get a lot worse until more is done. It's scary. It's scary. Okay, and then this is close to Valentine's Day. Gotta love that Bob Ross. I haven't been to Outer Layer in a long time. I know it's a really cool store. Now, I had a story about this. Sometimes I really miss my nipples being pierced. I had small hoops, then bars, then large hoops. They were accidentally popped the bead when pulled via the hoop back in 2009. Yeah, that may seem graphic, but it's just a lemon with a piercing. But obviously it does look much like, I do miss them sometimes. I've had since I was pierced 2 times, I can't do it again. There's risk of yeah, not too happy. But about this stuff, the Weinstein. Yeah, let's not even, right? But I do mention that I was watching Steven Yeun in the horror flick Mayhem on Shudder, the streaming service Shudder. I love that film. This is like a fantastic idea, as I said. I didn't get to see it. I didn't go. There's a monthly homeless memorial, and I'd like to go because it could be any of us, and I hope I can get outside and be in attendance for this. But yeah, it seems doubtful. Too often, tax write-offs and scorn publicity are more motivating than true empathy. That's from the article. So if you can't see stuff, and then also probably best you can. Mayhem was really good. Mayhem with Steven Yeun and the actress, I don't know her name. I don't have it, but she was in The Babysitter, another horror thing that was recent. But she's gonna be on the rise. So yeah. Oh my gosh, 20 minutes. Look at my hand, like holding the camera. It's a big thing. Okay, so let's see if I can do this way. So then I got a little bit creative there. Not creative, but I used from that magazine. I liked the colors of it. And so it's pretty good. And this is another art thing. And yes, I did see it, but it's still going on. It goes until what? When does it go on? It goes for a bit, so I want to see it some more because I went there too much at sunset and I didn't get to see it like enough. So then I did this page, which I really love. I live here, I live here, I live here. If you didn't know, I was excited about living in Toronto. I mean, you know, I don't know if you know. I don't like this page, but it was me just pasting stuff. Watching TV videos and gluing stuff in. Watching YouTube journaling videos. Now it's calming and I'm writing here even though I don't know what to say. So that's what a lot of this is. I like this. The city might do a museum. So that's cool. And then this page. I have a lot of thoughts about this stuff. This page, right? No. So this did turn out to be a neat little journal. Toronto asked to tackle Manhattanization of downtown. Yeah, well, good luck with that financially. Get outraged, stay outraged. Yeah, so I'm just. And then this is another happy article. Sorry. It's too soon. God. Anyway, it's talking about how I said I'm still so sad and I'm not surprised by the balcony thing. And that, I mean, by the copycat thing. And then I said the other night there was a death on the balcony on the other side of the building. This page is Injured Workers Deserve Better. It's somebody had written in to paper about. And I have it. I am an injured worker who's had to deal with a WSIB, and yeah, and that I've had a tough time with some stuff going on, related to emotionally. Okay, here's another thing. The system failing Tina Fontaine. You know. We have a lot. We have our own things over here in Canada. We've been horrible to Native or Aboriginal or Indigenous peoples. I'm not sure. I got a glue right there. Whatever, the people that were here before us, we have a lot of. Anyway, I don't want to be too political, but this is just me. Also, that terrifying realize. Oh, I like this. Okay. So, I was watching journaling videos, and then I ended up watching this thing on Shudder, Unearthed and Untold, The Path to Pet Cemetery. I remember reading the book from Mr. Reed's grade 8 class book collection and how it scared the out of me, and then seeing the film, oh wow, terrifying for me, especially the second one. Especially because of the animals, but also what happened to the people. But any TV or film where bad things happen to animals or whatever is scary. Also, that terrifying realism is our inability to let go when we should, and how our losses can haunt us or be our undoing. That thought there. I enjoy Stephen King because of reading books that my mother had. Because of her, I dipped into them. Oh god, a thing in the door. In this door, documentary just hit me regarding the books Frankenstein, Jekyll and Hyde, and Dracula, and their influence on Stephen King while he was teaching and also writing. The way those books influenced the horror genre and blah blah blah. Quote from this documentary film: all three of those texts, for example, revolve around the same theme of the destruction of the family. All three of those texts revolve around a monstrous presence that threatens to overcome normative behavior, and all three of these texts are about secrets, specifically male secrets, and keeping those male secrets from women. And that's what causes very often the destruction that centers all three of these texts. You know, Judd Crandall's line that women are supposed to be good at keeping secrets, but I think men might be better. Professor Tony Magistrale or whatever. And I said, wow, does that ever resonate with me? How often have I been hurt or come to some kind of harm because of secrets? Secrets kept from me by men in my life, men who were supposed to care about me, take care of me, or protect me, love me, or not want to hurt me, and yet the secrets have and do. I don't like secrets. I don't like secrets that may seem to not be about me, but end up hurting me or affecting me terribly. Secrets can be bad. And I want to differentiate between, there's one thing about being discreet about things, and there's another thing between... And there's also things about just not saying something. But then there's something about, like, certain types of secrets just are bad. Anyway. I used to read a lot of Stephen King when I was younger, and books about Stephen King. I was really, really into them. I don't have those books. I got them from the library, like our school libraries. I read a lot of them. Stuff about the wind and more writing. Sitting on the floor, a paper journal in the chair. Needing a bath, that's a constant thing. Oh, watching Jack's Back. It's an 80s movie and it had James Spader in it. Oh my gosh. If you find out... Gosh, 80s James Spader. Anyway. James Spader twins. Guys, sorry to have ruined that key plot point. You gotta watch the thing. We've been watching a lot of Bob's Burgers on Netflix. We've been watching it often when we're eating supper. Husband snoring in the bedroom, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so look at what I did. I did this. So they're not very good, but the film is really old and outdated, but I took them anyway. This is from the balcony view. These are Fujifilm Instax. So I had the film, I used the camera, it's over there on that shelf. The camera's like, what are you doing with me? I know this video hasn't been that great, but I'm trying something different. I probably might stick to using my iPhone instead. Well, that seems like a waste though. Maybe I could try like setting up some sort of tripod thing, but anyway, this was cool to do. The sun was really bright and it looked beautiful in the water, but it was really washed out. But it's old film. And like I said, I showed from the inside of from standing out on the balcony to show my area, but it showed mostly the reflection. Oh, it's showing me right now. Yeah, anyway. Steps away from everything that matters. That's what I feel like. We really do live close to everything, the lake and the streetcars to take us elsewhere. I do think we live in a good location. So this is an advertisement for a condo development that's north of here, like in the city. But I really did, well, I already like our view. I like that we have the CN Tower and, oh, I'm like not really showing you, but I love this view. And I like that we're near the lake, which you can see over there. It's even better from the bedroom, but we're out on the balcony. That blue is the lake. And so, like, you can't beat our view. And our window, but I do want, like, aesthetically, look at the bookshelves compared to, like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm just saying I want to improve a bit. But what I really liked about this, aside from my favorite color being blue, is I really liked that whoever wrote the copy for this did some really beautiful writing. And it's kind of how I feel about this place. So I really, like, this isn't about me wanting, like, this is where I said, I love where I live now, but these were lovely pics and descriptions. Hashtag views. I like this idea. Could imagine if I did that here instead. Pretended this part was a coffee shop window. I don't know. No, it's not going to work because we're going to have the balcony stuff right here, but I don't know. That's a bit too... That would be neat though. It'd be more like streamlined. Have a desk that's like... it would save more space. Like, I don't know, anyway. A view on high has a profound psychological effect on people who experience it. You're apart from the city, peaceful and alone, but you're connected to it too, entranced by its patterns of lights, grateful to be living in the midst of its energy. Somehow, when you're high above the city, you can forget the daily challenges life presents and appreciate the beauty of its entirety. I don't forget the challenges of life, but I will admit that I do appreciate the city view. I know I'm showing you again, but all those light up, like there'll be lights, right? Like the city will light up, and as I make it all blurry, what I do, my fat hands. Oh, there we go. That all lights up at night, and it's gorgeous. And then you have like the highway leaving out, and yeah, it is nice. I'm thankful. I'm thankful to be here. And then our clock is very much aligned with sunset and sunrise. Art of love and loss. A good night's sleep is one of the greatest gifts. That's just me pasting stuff in. Passing the pages. Feeling gassy. Good. Thanks for sharing with the class. Oh, the things one learns, it shifts perspective. Yeah, well, that's what will happen in life. Hopefully your perspectives do change as you learn, as you learn things. I should have made tea. Okay, so I liked this particular, I'm not much for horoscopes, but it was in the magazine, so what did it say? I'm on the cusp of Cancer, but I don't know. That was wasted. I have mixed feelings now, but these... Who else has, like, been influenced by Trisha Paytas videos about him? Anyway, I had a crush on him, of course, the bad guy. And I related most to her. And, of course, I loved her throughout the 80s movies. But yeah, that's not my favorite 80s movie. It's just it happened to be in the magazine because it was going to play at one of the theaters. I like that they play a lot of older movies in various theaters. Anyway, we had spring when there was snow in Europe, and that's interesting. And then, of course, I know you're wondering why I don't have more about Black Panther, but I didn't get to see it. Husband went. I could have gone. Have to admit, haven't been feeling that well. But I'll definitely see it when it streams. Like, I'm definitely going to see a lot of stuff. And I think they're doing pretty good without my ticket. But, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this one. It's actually one I'm really interested in. And I'm just going to sit here. I hope Get It Out wins an Oscar. I haven't even seen it, but from everything I've read. I know there's other deserving movies as well, but Get Out, like, definitely should get something big. Anyway, this is also part of the end of a poetry magazine, a poetry foundation, the poetry lit mag. Here's me. I'm typing my 750 words again. I'm trying to get myself back into a routine. I'm trying. I am trying. It's tough when you're dealing with like anxieties and sadness. I'm not sad about being here, about living here. I'm not sad about anything like that. I think I did lose momentum when I had to leave school to help us get on track financially at home. Like we had to we had to get things organized with the shift of moving somewhere where it was tremendously more expensive. But this is such a pretty journal, isn't it? And I've had a rough time lately, guys. But I'm trying. And I'm writing words, typing my 750 words, still taking a self-portrait every day, which is really hard for somebody who's really self-conscious about appearance. I'm just trying. And, anyway, journaling is helpful, but it's not a cure-all. Anyway, this is my last page. I do different things with my last page. So this was 3:53 a.m. on the 3rd of March. The month of March has begun, and I have some things I hope to do. Write 750 words, keep trying with the 365 days self-portrait project, lower stress, eat less, drink more water, try to go for walks, get outside, keep trying to improve relationship, try harder, be patient, practice compassion and kindness to self and others, including partner, be mindful of finances, journal, take more photos, make a vlog, make a podcast, make stuff, read a book. You see the books that are forever on the go. Keep writing, write poems, stay grateful and thankful to be here. I'm living in Toronto. I'm home. Heart. There's a pocket in this journal for those who are curious, and I tuck some clippings in there every now and then just before I'd glue them in, but otherwise there won't be any use in this for this journal, for the pocket. And I would say it's a great journal. I think it would have been fantastic to use if you were just writing in it. Like just writing I don't know. I probably... So, this is how it looks. Again, it's like a... Look at that. And thanks for watching. What happened in between the beginning of January and March is I went from not writing to writing a little more, to not writing, to pasting a lot, to still not writing regularly enough, to writing lots. And yeah, I like this one, and I'm glad that I picked it to fill up, and then I'm done with it. And I'm going to look forward to starting this today. Okay. Thanks if you watched all this video. If you did watch this video or listen to it while you were journaling, were you journaling? What are your thoughts about those black bands here? These, do you find that they help you? Do you ignore them? Do you cut them off? Do you make them work? Like if they're loose, do you know how to make them work tighter? I'm not much of a modifier of my journals. I don't like decorate the covers or do stuff like that. I tend to just write in my journals. I'm generally a text-only journaler. I might do that with this one, except for a couple paste-ins. I might do that. But like, what kind of? I'm just randomly asking you guys questions. This is fun though. This one. I don't know how it'll hold up. Although I am pretty surprised. That's quite the spine that this one has. There you go. I'd say this is a good journal. I would recommend it. What did I pay for it? It was during vacation that we had. That's how much that cost at the time. This was back in 2015. So that's when I bought it in a bookstore. My goodness. Okay, so there we go. Thanks for watching. You can check me out on Twitter and Instagram. Amber Dawn Pullin. AMBERDAWN PULLIN. That's my name. And I'm journaling on my live journal because I can't quit it. But yeah, I think that's what I'll take for a picture. Thanks for watching. I'm enjoying many of you guys. I don't always comment, but I watch. So if you're like, wow, somebody watched all of my video, that was probably one of the people that did that was me. I just didn't comment. And if I commented, wow, that's something. I'm not much of a commenter, but I try now and then. Oh, I didn't get into the whole topic, but I wanted to talk while I was doing this about how I find it really, like, I've been feeling lonely since leaving school, especially when I was so engaged in, like, interacting with people. I'm feeling quite isolated in some ways. I have for a long time, not because of Toronto. I mean, I felt that way, especially in my hometown. But I mean, I really do want to connect with the communities online. It's just really hard for me to stay caught up with things, like to keep when I've got stuff going on in my personal life, and also to like I'm always so nervous. I'm like, what, you know, am I too late and am I interrupting? But I hope if you want to reach out to me, please do. I'm here. And thanks again for watching. I do appreciate those that have stuck around and continue to, like, you know, to be here. Bye.